Hi everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. It's early afternoon, thinking about Valentine's coming up next week and doing something special for it. I thought I'd throw out a recipe out there that would really be nice. We've made it before, we made it back at Christmas time, so it was really good. It's actually a mini tart cheesecake strawberry version of it. So we're going to go through that. So we're going to do it in two parts. We're going to make the crust, and then we're going to bake the crust. And while the crust is baking, we'll make the filling for it. So the first part of the crust is really just going to be, it's really simple. It's a little bit of almond flour. It's about 1¼ cups of almond flour. Right here is about 4 tablespoons of melted cheese. I melted it already, so we don't have to go through that. And then about 1/4 cup of sugar substitute. Again, I'm using, this is a combination of a monk fruit and erythritol that I use. So those are really the ingredients, and then we're going to put a little bit of salt in it. So that's how we're going to start off with that. So first we're going to put in the dry ingredients, right? So put in all the almond flour, and then we're going to put the sugar in here, the sugar sweetener, I should say. It's not sugar. Then we're going to put a little bit of pinch of salt. I usually like this, again, I can't say it, a pink salt. You know, it's a little bit healthier. I don't know whether it's that much healthier, but it's a little bit, so it helps, right? So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to mix it all up a little bit. Oh, while we're doing that, I'm going to start the oven. It's going to go on 350. So it's going to go on 350, and so then we're going to pour in the butter and incorporate the butter into it. All right, so once we get all that mixed together, we're actually going to take our tray. Now it's kind of it's crumbly, so it doesn't look like dough, so it's crumbly. So what you're going to do is, let me push some of this out of the way here and move this in. So we're going to take some of this, and we're going to take it, and I have a muffin tray here that we're going to use. I took the muffin tray, I have put the parchment paper in here, muffin, you can see those. So I put the muffin tray tins in here, I put the parchment paper in the muffin tray, and we're going to fill those up, just about 1/4 inch, just a little bit to cover the bottoms. Now this will make 12 of them, so I got 12 going here. So we're going to put a little bit of this in each one of these. And once you get them filled up, hopefully your hands are clean because we're going to be using our fingers here maybe a little bit. I'll try to use the spoon as much as we can, but you may end up using your finger just a little bit. Now again, this is going to be the bottom layer, so this will be the crust on the cheesecake. So all right, so once you get them all filled like this, what we're going to do is we're going to pack them down. So you're going to push them down and really try to pack it in there. So now, you can use your finger, and I'm trying to be cautious in using a spoon and trying to really make sure that, you know, that I get this good. So it's hard to get the spoon in there without rolling these things around, whereas fingers would probably be a little easier and probably be a little bit faster. And when you pack them in too, it will make the crust quite a bit thinner than what it looks like when you're spooning them in. When you're spooning them in, you're probably going, oh, this is way too much, but all right, so this is just about done. I think I've got them all packed in. So I just want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to pull one of them out. So you can kind of see how that packs down in there. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Try to hold it up so you can. But it packs in, so it's only about 1/4 inch thick. Now, once this is all done and these are full, we're going to throw them in the oven. They're going to throw in the oven for about 10-15 minutes until they're nice and brown. And the oven should be done in a minute, almost up to temperature. So with this done, we're going to set aside the dry ingredients, and we're going to start talking about what's next. So next we're going to create the filling, right? So the filling is really basically, I'm going to use, I'm going to throw these in the oven. We're going to start the oven. I put it on 12 minutes because that's kind of halfway between the 10 and 15 minutes. So now we're going to start creating the filling while that's baking. The filling is actually just 2 8-ounces cream cheese, right? So I use 2 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to use 2 eggs. We're going to use a tablespoon of vanilla. And then we're going to take and use 3/4 of a cup of again, this is the monk fruit, the Erythritol monk fruit mix that we use. And then we're going to put them all together. And then I do have at the end, I'll just say it right now, just so you know. So I have some fresh strawberries that we're going to cut up, and these are going to be, we're going to do a little pureeing at the end to make a paste to go on the top, and as well as we're going to put the strawberries on the top for a nice decoration. So that's kind of where we're at. So let's get forward with this. So we're going to take all of these ingredients. Now, I will tell you that the cream cheese, for best results, is to really take them out a couple hours ahead of time. Let them come up to room temperature as much as you can. It makes it much easier for mixing and blending things together. So, There's one. And we're going to take the other one. Well, that one out. I guess I could have pulled these out ahead of time a little bit. It would have been a little easier. All right, so that gets all the cream cheese in here. All right, so now we're gonna take the cream cheese. We're actually gonna kind of whip it up a little bit to make it a little creamier. So we're gonna take a little, I got my mixer here. So we're just gonna mix it up just to make it a little more creamier. And we're gonna knock that cream cheese that's stuck on the mixers off. I'm gonna mix them up a little bit more, just a little bit. All right. So now we get the cream cheese all kind of mixed up. Knock them out. All right, now that that's kind of mixed up a little bit and softened up a little bit, I'm gonna stick those back in. Those are not in tight, so be careful. I'll be using it again here in a minute. So now that that's put in here, we're actually gonna put in, this happens to be the heavy cream, about 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. We're gonna put that in there. All right, and then we're going to put in the sugar in here to mix in with it. And then we're going to actually put in, we're going to get that going and getting that mixed up a little bit. And then we're going to put in the eggs. Oops. Oh, having a little problem with my mixer here. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, now that's mixing up pretty good. Now we're going to break in an egg. Break up the 2 eggs, and then we're going to mix all those up thoroughly. I'm going to get a spatula here. We're going to knock down what's on the sides. Just want to make sure we get it fully incorporated. Now we do want to be careful because you don't want to overbeat the eggs. So that's pretty good right there. And with this, I'm going to move this over here. We're going to clear this down as well. So now this is ready to go. Oh, the only thing I forgot to put in my vanilla, right? So I'm going to have to mix it a little bit more. Sorry about that, but. So this I'm going to actually put in, I'm going to actually use about 1/4 teaspoon in this. There's actually 1 teaspoon in it. Now you can put other things in here. I know some people that put cinnamon in here as well. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, so cinnamon is something I would put in, but you're more than welcome to. Like I said, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill the cups up with this in about 1.5 minutes when that comes out. And then from there, we will take and bake them again for a few more minutes, for another 10 minutes. So I'm going to hold off. When the crust has to come out of the oven, then it has to sit for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video here, wait for those to come out and cool off. So I'll come back in about 12 or 15 minutes. We'll fill them all up, and then we'll put them back in the oven, and I'll show you that. Hey everybody, we're back. It's cooled off. They're ready to be filled. I'm going to ask you at this point in time, if you like the content, you like what we're doing, I know you're going to like these when they're done. I know it's a little bit of work, not too much, but a little bit of work. I'm no baker by any means, either. So if you're a baker, you probably do this a lot easier than I can. But I would say that if you like it and you like what you saw so far, or you like what you're seeing off the channel so far, please thumbs up, subscribe. That way there we continue to know that we're hitting the right content. If you have something that you'd like to see or talk about, let me know, and we can make that happen. But you got to let me know, right? So you got to comment down below if there's something you want to see in particular. Again, subscribe, right? And you're going to probably hear me 1,000 times say it. I did prepare the strawberries a little bit while we're waiting, but we're going to go do this. So again, all you're going to do is just spoon this stuff in. Now, if you do make these, instead of the strawberries, if you want, you could put whipped cream on them, or you could put the whipped cream on them and then put the strawberries on them. Again, you could do just about anything you want. You could use raspberries, blackberries, I should say, I guess they're called. You could use just about anything you want on them, right? So. Yeah, I want to fill these up pretty good because of the fact it's just cheese, so it's just going to bake a little bit. It's not going to blow up like a muffin would. So you want to try to get these as full as you can. I find you put a little bit in and then do the next one and then come back. It has a chance to kind of settle a little bit so you can get more in. We're almost done. Here. Go a little bit more in a couple of these. All right, that's done. So we're done with that. We're going to throw these back in the oven. All right, now these are going to go in the oven for about 10 minutes or so. So we'll put them back and see how they come out. So again, I'm not going to hold you while those are baking. When we come back, they got to cool for about 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is when they're done baking, I'm going to pull them out and let them cool for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to go back and put some of the strawberries and stuff on them. We do have to refrigerate them too. Once they've cooled down to room temperature, we'll put them in the refrigerator. We actually might wait until after they're in the refrigerator for an hour and then put the strawberries on top. They'll stick better as well. So we are going to take the strawberries, though. I've cut some up. We're going to Perrier those ones. We're going to take our Ninja blender and get them all nice into little pieces to like a sauce. And then we're going to put the strawberries. We're going to put this on top, and then we're going to put the strawberries on top of that. So, all right. So I'll see you again here in a few minutes. All right, everybody. They are going to come out of the oven here in a minute, about 6 seconds or so. So I thought I'd kind of show you what they look like. Now, when you open it up and you kind of look at it, you want to check the side of the pan and see whether they're jiggling or not. Right, they're not meant to be baked like a muffin. They should still be soft in the center, and they should be moving a little bit. So they should have. So let's kind of I'll show you what they look like. Apologies. So I'm going to take you down, pull them out. So that's what they look like right now. Again, just so you see them, you can see they're still, they wiggle in the center a little bit. So that means that they're good, right? So I'm going to close the oven here. Sorry about that. Set the camera back down. So I'm going to let those cool again for about 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for an hour. Let them get nice and cool. That would be better to put the strawberries on the top. Again, I would ask if you like this, if you would like to see more of this, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below. Hopefully over time, as we learn more and more how to use the camera and how to shoot these, we'll get better and better at them, right, as well. So you tell me what you think of the video. Tell me whether you like cheesecake, do you like tarts, down below. Again, tell me what you'd like to see us to make as well. Thanksgiving, Valentine's coming up next week. So what else would you like to see for Valentine's? Is there other things that you might like to see us make? So we have, like I said, there's a number of things in the works that we have that, I'd kind of like to have you tell me what you think you'd like to see. So again, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you back here once it's cooled down and we're ready to decorate the cheesecakes with the strawberries, and you can see what the finished product looks like, and then we can do the taste tests. Hi everybody, we're back. We're going to finish these off. We're all set to go. Now they have sat in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and we went off and did a couple of errands while they were in there. I did take the strawberries and I blended them all up into our Ninja blender. So I did do all that, and then just put them in a little dish here, so it just make it a little easier for us. Real quick, go over some of the macros on here. So the macros are, one serving is just one muffin or one tart, right? So it's about 144 calories per tart. So each one of these is about 144. The fat content's about 14 grams, right? Let's see. Total carbs are, you see the total carbs on here. So anyway, the total net carbs are 1.1. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. So the total net carbs are 1.1. So that's good. Protein is 3.7. So that's where we're at. So each one of these is only 1.1 carbs, so you could eat a couple of them. Now, depending on the size of the strawberries and all that stuff. So to finish them off, all I do is I just take a little tiny bit like this, and I'm going to put it on here. Just like that. And then what I do is I take a strawberry and I put it on the top like this. So I'm going to do that for all of them, real quick like. Hopefully I got enough for everyone. And we're going to take some strawberry pieces and put them on there. Oh, we're one strawberry short, so I'll take that. I'm going to cut that off and cut it in half. All right, so now that's what they look like. Hopefully you can see those before they slide off the plate. Now for the taste tests. Again, you pull them off. The parchment paper helps really peel them right off. So that's what it looks like when it comes off. You can see the cake on the bottom and the filling, and then course, the strawberry on the top. So, tell you, that is some yun. Wow. Hey, I'll put the recipe down below if you like these, and I'm sure you will because I love them. They're really, really good. These are really, really good. So, take the recipe, try them out. Comment down below if you try them out. And let me know what you think, how good they are. And hopefully you'll have an awesome evening, and we'll talk to you next time.